I accepted Jesus as my Savior when I was 9 years old, but it wasn't until my 30s that I truly started surrendering my life to Him. My perception of God was that I always had to earn His love, that His love for me was based on my behavior. And when I look back, that's exactly how I based my love for Him. It's whether things were going good in my life and whether my prayers were being answered in my way. I enrolled in a Bible study that our church was offering called Experiencing God by Henry Blackaby. And one of the homework questions was, if God was standing before you, could you look at Him and say, I love you with all my heart, all my soul, and all my mind? And as much as I wanted to say yes, I knew in my heart that I didn't. So I began to pray and ask God to help me love Him the way that He wanted to be loved, the way that I should love Him. Little did I know what path God was going to take me down to answer these prayers. Shortly after this, my life started to fall apart. It's what I called my crisis of belief. Within a short amount of time, we faced a financial downfall, which included us having to sell our home. My dad's health started to deteriorate, and my mother was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. My dad's health got so bad that we had to take him to a nursing home, which was absolutely devastating for us. And within 4 months, I lost my mother and my father. And those are just some of the major things that happened. There were a lot of other things in between. To say the least, my faith was tested, and I didn't understand why God was allowing all these things to happen to me and my family. I kept crying out, saying, God, why have you forsaken me? But I began to realize that it's easy to love God when everything is going good in your life and when all your prayers are being answered. But the true test of love comes when things aren't going your way, when you don't feel God, but you begin to trust in His Word that He will never leave you and He will never forsake you. My faith grew stronger. My relationship with Him grew stronger. He was teaching me to love and trust Him in every situation. I'm reminded of the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They told Nebuchadnezzar before they were going into the fiery furnace that they knew that their God was able to rescue them, but if not, they would still serve Him. They did have to go through the fire, and He was with them every step of the way. And as I look back, that's exactly the way my trials were. I did have to go through the fire, but He was with me every step of the way. I realize now that life may not go exactly like I want it, and my prayers may not be answered exactly like I would like answered. But if not, I will still serve Him.